Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, Calm with Carlin, yoga and meditation for your everyday life. Today we have a Sculpt yoga class. So you'll need a pair of light weights for this class. I'm going to use 3 pounds. Me and Ari are going to use 3 pounds. You can go a little bit lighter or a little bit heavier. I definitely don't recommend going higher than like 5 or 8 pounds for this, but just light hand weights. If you don't have hand weights, you can do this without them. You could also grab ankle weights or wrist weights if you have those instead. We're going to use them, not eat them. I will meet you in child's pose when you're ready. All right, meeting in child's pose, knees wide, big toes come to touch. Send your seat back towards your heels. We're just here to warm up. We're going to get into some strength today, and we're going to get there pretty quickly. First, just finding a moment to connect to your breath, to experience your body, your breath exactly as they have showed up this morning. Take 3 more breaths in stillness. Beautiful. Keeping your knees out a little bit wider. Come up to a tabletop position, stacking your shoulders on top of your wrists, just keeping your knees a little bit wider for low back support. Take your right hand to the back of the head. Take an inhale, open up. On your exhale, tap your right elbow towards your left elbow. Opening through the thoracic spine here. Inhale to open. Exhale, tap elbow to elbow. Couple more times. Every time you open up, feeling the opening through your mid and upper back. And then the next time you find yourself with the elbow up in the air, reaching up, reach your right fingertips up to the sky. And then thread the needle, right arm underneath the left. Option to stay, option to walk your left fingertips out forward, option to find a half bind, maybe taking your left hand behind your back, whatever feels good for 3 breaths. If you went elsewhere, at the bottom of the next exhale, walk your left hand back underneath the left shoulder, press into the left palm, and reach the right fingertips up to the sky. Now come back through center and we'll take that on the other side. Left hand behind the head. Take an inhale, open up left elbow to the sky. Exhale as you tap your left elbow towards your right elbow crease. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to take it back down. Ari, that squeaker is not very zen. Puppy problems. The next time you open up, stay there, and then reach your left fingertips up to the sky. Find an even deeper twist. Thread your left arm underneath your right. Find your thread the needle. Take about 3 breaths here, walking the right fingertips out long in front of you if you want more of an opening. Maybe finding that half or full bind with the right fingertips behind the back. The bottom of the next exhale, start to walk the right hand back underneath the left, press into the right palm, reach the left fingertips back up to the sky, and then come to a neutral tabletop position, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Just a couple rounds of cat-cow to get us started here. Every single inhale, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Every single exhale, pressing the ground away from you as you round through the spine. We're going to start to turn on our core here. So come back to your neutral tabletop position. Tuck the toes if they were untucked. Press into the palms and the toes. Engage your core. Pull your belly button to your spine to lift your knees just an inch off of the mat. Just an inch here. Hovering. Maybe you take some rocks back and forth, side to side for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, On one, find one round of cat-cow. Drop the belly, lift the gaze, tuck the chin, round through the spine. Back to neutral. Once again, engage the core, lift the knees, let them hover just an inch. And now we tap the knees down and up, engaging your abs, holding on to these little taps for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on one, find one round of cat-cow. And then tuck the chin, round through the spine. Good. Now from here, option to grab onto one of your weights in your right hand, but totally not necessary. You're going to start by taking your left leg back and your right arm forward. Then lift your left leg in line with your left hip. Now, if this weight is causing an arching in your low spine, drop the weight and do it body weight. Take an inhale to lengthen. Exhale, elbow to knee. Bring everything in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, crunch it in. So something that you're familiar with, just a little bit of extra tension with this weight. Keep moving with your breath. Inhale, curl everything up into a tiny ball. Exhale to lengthen. And then the next time you find yourself in that lengthened position with arm and leg out long, start to pulse up and down for 10, 9, engage your core, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold and release. Step your left foot down. Turn the right knee so it's parallel to the top of the mat. Spin the left foot down and take the left fingertips up and over the head for a big side body stretch. Maybe take some circles with the shoulder here. Lubricating. Nice. And then take those circles in the opposite direction. All right, and then we'll come back to a tabletop position and take it on the other side. So this time grabbing one light weight in your left hand, or you can do it body weight, stepping your right foot back, taking your left arm out long in front of you, reaching your left leg up in line with your hip, engage your core, inhale, lengthen, exhale, crunch knee to elbow. Good, inhale, lengthen, exhale, crunch. Keep moving, move with your breath, engaging your core the whole time. And the next time that you find yourself in that lengthened position, stay and start to pulse up an inch, down an inch for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And then drop the weight. Plant the right foot. Bring the left knee parallel to the top edge of the mat. Spin the right foot down. And find that modified side plank with your right arm up and over the head. Enjoy the side body stretch, and then slowly start to circle the arm. Really big circles in one direction, and then eventually switching the direction. Eventually make your way back to a tabletop position. Make sure your weights are up at the top of the mat, ready for our sequence, and then lift the hips, find your downward facing dog. Take whatever you need here. Maybe it's pedaling out the knees. Maybe it's stillness. Maybe it's bending both knees, sending chest to thighs, or lifting the heels on the inhale, dropping them towards the mat on the exhale. Just taking a moment here to release any tension. Eventually settle into stillness, lifting the tailbone up, pressing into all 10 of the fingertips, reaching the heels down towards the ground to lengthen the back of the legs. And then bend the knees and start to walk your hands all the way back to your feet, finding a ragdoll at the back of the mat. Knees bend generously, grab onto opposite elbows. Just let go of tension here, letting the head hang heavy. You can stay in this traditional ragdoll. You can interlace the hands behind the back, taking them up and over the head. Maybe interlacing the hands at the base of the skull. Bringing your elbows in towards one another, tucking the chin to the chest, releasing even more tension in the upper back and the neck. And then when you're ready, drop your hands back down to the ground. Slowly walk yourself out to a high plank. And from your high plank, drop your knees, let them hover above the mat, holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, lift the hips, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, look to the top of the mat, travel feet to hands, big toes come to touch. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Grab your weights. Inhale, lift up halfway. You can come to the tops of the weights. Exhale, fold forward again. And then inhale, chair pose. Bring your weights to heart center as you drop back, sit low with the butt. Weight into the heels. Chest is proud. You can stay at heart center. You can bring your arms up overhead. Anytime that causes low back pain, you want to bring your weights to a lower height. Now here we'll just start to pulse. Starting to feel the back of the legs waking up. We're pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold low on 1. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. You can lose the weights here. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to your high plank. We'll take a vinyasa, rock it forward. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, option to drop the knees as you lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. On your exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Grab your weights, back heel stays lifted. Find your crescent lunge. Good. Take an inhale here. Exhale, open up warrior 2, arms to a T. And then from here, drop the back hand, reach the right arm up to the sky. This is your reverse warrior. And then pull the weights in towards the chest. Pivot towards the top of the mat. Plant the weights, plant the hands, step back to your high plank. Option to drop the knees as you lower through your vinyasa. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Same thing, other side. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Back heel lifts, grab your weights, bring them to heart center, or arms reach up above the head. Holding here. And then opening up to warrior 2, arms come to a T. Relax your shoulders. Drop your right arm, punch your left arm up to the sky. This is your reverse warrior. And then pull your weights towards your chest. Pivot towards the front of the mat. Plant your weights, plant your hands, step back to your high plank. Find your vinyasa. Always the option to drop the knees in the vinyasa just like I'm doing. You can also keep the knees lifted as you lower from your high plank to your low push-up. When you're ready, bend the knees, look to the top of the mat. Walk or jump your feet to your hands. Big toes come to touch. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. Grab your weights. Inhale, sit low, chair pose. Exhale, stand tall. A little bit of tricep work in between. Widen your feet, hips width distance apart. Hinge forward, send your butt back, chest forward, elbows bend to 90 degrees. We'll find tricep kickbacks. Extend the arms, rebend the elbows to 90. Good. Extend and bend. It doesn't need to be fast. Keep tension in the triceps, tiny muscles in the backs of the arms. Hold on to these kickbacks for 10, 9, breathing, 8, belly button in, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold back, rebend. Now stand tall. Take both of your weights in your right hand. Take your left hand to your hip and once again, hinge forward. This time, just those kickbacks on the right with double the weight. So extend and bend. You're hinging forward. You've got this on the right side just for 5 this time. 4, 3, 2, on 1, hold just for a breath. Rebend, stand tall. Both of the weights go in the left hand. The triceps are going to start to burn. Bring your right hand to your hip. Take it down, hinge forward. Bend the left elbow. Extension on the left side. Little bend. Little extend, double the weight, so breathe. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for a breath. Rebend slow. And then stand tall. Bring your weights to your sides once again. Big toes come to touch. Squeeze your inner thighs together. Reach your fingertips up. Find your chair pose. Just an inhale this time. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, drop the weights. Plant the hands. Step back to your high plank. Rock it forward. Inhale. Exhale, lower down chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands, and then reach the fingertips up to the sky with your weights. Inhale here. Exhale, open up warrior 2 with the weights. Reverse your warrior, left hand down, right arm up. Pull the weights towards heart center. Pivot towards the top of the mat. Drop the weights, plant the hands, step back to your high plank. You can drop the knees if you'd like. Flow through your vinyasa. Meeting back in downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step it through. Pick up your weights. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior 2. Take an inhale here. Exhale, reverse. And then pull the weights towards heart center. Pivot towards the top of the mat. Drop the weights. Plant the hands. Vinyasa or skip it. We all meet back in downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. One more inhale. Stay for your exhale. And then bend the knees, look to the top of the mat. Walk or jump your feet to your hands. Big toes come to touch. Keep the weights down this time. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward again. Grab your weights, feet hips width distance apart. Halfway hold, your weights can come to the long position. Exhale, fold forward one more time, and then slowly rise up to standing. Now this time in between, we're gonna hit some biceps. Feet hips width distance apart. Arms are out long in front of you. Just bend the elbows to 90, extend out long. Bend and extend. If your weights are heavier, you can do this from a long position, not lifted so high. Just bending and extending, finding your biceps working, elbows in line with shoulders for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hold, little punches up, up, up. You've got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hold, arms out long, another 10 bicep curls. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Another 10 punches. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it go. Shake your biceps out. Beautiful. We're going to do one more round of our sun salutation. And then from there, we're going to take it to a little bit more weights, and then we will cool it down. So big toes come to touch. Inhale, grab your weights, sit low, chair pose. Exhale, fold forward. Drop the weights, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to your high plank. Option to drop the knees as you lower through your vinyasa. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale, lift your right leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the right foot in between the hands. Grab your weights, rise up, crescent lunge. Now this time, bring your arms to two 90-degree angles. Good. And then engaging your core, pulling your right hip back and left hip forward. Bring your elbows to frame your face. Little chest fly with a bend, and then open back up. Good. Closing, opening. Frame your face, find your cactus arms. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in, and then lift the arms back up. Find your warrior 2. Shoulders are starting to burn here. And then when you're ready, straighten through the front leg. Turn all 10 toes to face the long edge of the mat. And from here, you can bring your feet in a little bit closer together if that helps. We're going to find some shoulder raises. Up and down. Up and down. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold just for an extra breath. And then turn the right toes to face forward. Find your warrior 2. Drop the left arm, right arm up to the sky. Pull the weights into your chest. Pivot towards the top of the mat. Plant the weights, plant the hands. Step back to your high plank. Drop the knees for your vinyasa if you'd like. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. When you arrive, inhale, lift the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, step the left foot in between the hands. Left knee bends to 90. Grab your weights, right heel's lifted. Again, find your cactus arms. It might feel good to step your knee in a little bit closer and bend your knee a little bit more. We're going to do shoulder presses this time. Bend and extend. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Straighten your arms. Open up. Warrior 2. This time in your warrior 2, as you straighten the leg, bring the weights together. And then as you bend, find that lateral raise. So straighten and extend as you bend. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hold it, drop the right hand, lift the left arm up, pull the weights in towards center, pivot towards the back, towards the front of the mat, plant your hands, plant the weights, step back, option to drop the knees, lower down, inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog. And from your downward facing dog, go ahead and drop the knees, find a child's pose. Take a moment of reset. You can find the knees out wide if it would feel better to find a closed-legged child's pose. You can bring the knees a little bit closer together, taking your arms long behind you. One little core sequence here before we start to cool things down. When you're ready, start to make your way up to a seated position. Grab onto your weights. Hold both of your weights in front of you. And we'll come into a boat pose. So lift the knees to a tabletop position. Hold the weights at your chest. And then from here, as you straighten the legs, bring the arms up. And then rebend. So it's like a hollow hold and a boat pose. Good. Extend, bend. Extend, bend. Now, we're going to add a twist. Every time you get to boat pose, twist to the right, twist to the left, recenter, extend, bend. To the right, to the left, recenter, extend, bend. Keep going. Couple more rounds. Protect your low back by pulling your belly button in, maintaining a C curve in your spine. And the next time you find that extend, hold, And then lift the arms down and up, down and up. 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, boat pose. Bring everything in. And then take the arms out and in, little chest flies. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, on 1, hold one more time, and drop the legs, drop the weights, find a forward fold, legs out long in front of you, flex the toes towards the face, inhale, fingertips reach up, exhale, fold it forward. Let this feel good. Knees can be bent if that's more comfortable in the lower back. Otherwise, trying to keep the legs and the spine long. Get the hamstrings stretched out. Then pull your left knee in. Take your left foot to the outside of the right thigh. Hug the left knee. Take the left fingertips long behind you. Find a little twist here. And then slowly start to come back to center. Drop the left knee, take the left ankle right on top of the right thigh. And then you can stay here if this feels good. You can plant the hands, you can press into the right foot to find this figure 4 stretch. And then when you're ready, we'll switch it out. We'll start with one more forward fold. Take the arms long, legs rather, long in front of you one more time. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, fold forward. Doesn't need to be your deepest fold ever. Just a little moment to release. One more breath. Come back through center, hug the right knee into the chest, place the right foot to the outside of the left thigh, hug your right knee with your left arm, right fingertips long behind you, and find that little twist. And slowly come back through center. Start to bring that right knee down, bring the right ankle right above the left knee towards the thigh. You can stay here if you'd like. If you want more, you'll plant the left hands, fingers face you, plant the left foot, bending the knee in. And the closer you get the seat towards the left heel, the more you'll feel this stretch in the right outer thigh. Holding here for a couple breaths, feeling that nice deep stretch in the outer glute. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly settle out of it. Find a butterfly pose. Bring the soles of the feet to touch, knees out wide. 2 variations here. You can bring the glutes really close to the heels and find that long spine. It's going to feel really good for your inner thighs. If you want some more of a release in your upper back, you can bring the feet a little bit wider. Find that wide diamond shape. As you round forward, tuck the chin to the chest. And slowly come up to a tall seated position. And if there's any other poses that you'd like to take in your practice, now is a great time. Otherwise, this was a really short express flow focusing on the strength. Just a small cool down at the end there. Let me know if you'd like to see more Sculpt classes on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe, like this video, comment below, and I'll see you next time.